Welcome to Getting Our Reward Heads Together, the podcast for reward and HR leaders brought to you by Reward Heads. Each episode we explore the ideas, challenges and innovations shaping how organisations design, deliver and talk about reward. We're a boutique consultancy creating bespoke solutions for our clients, but we'll tell you more about that after the episode. For now, let's get started.
Hi everyone and welcome to the latest Reward Heads podcast. I'm Hannah Armstrong, Consulting Manager at Reward Heads.
And I'm Christina Jones, also Consulting Manager. Today we're discussing something that's been sparking a lot of debate in HR and reward circles lately, and that's how pay for performance fits with pay transparency. Are they natural allies or uneasy bedfellows?
Exactly. So for years, organisations have tried to identify their top performers through the performance management cycle. And according to Aon's salary increase and turnover study, around 3 out of 4 organisations still do this. But interestingly, far fewer actually identify their high potentials or critical roles. And those numbers haven't actually shifted much in the last 4 years.
Yeah, which is surprising, isn't it? I mean, especially now when transparency around pay, both from within organisations and from regulators, is under so much scrutiny. So it's really the perfect time for organisations to step back, review how they manage performance, and make sure that those decisions on pay and promotions are clear, robust, and defensible.
Absolutely. And Aon's data tells us something really important too. When asked about what's most effective for recognising top performers, 83% of organisations said promotions, 78% said merit increases, and 63% said bonuses.
Okay, so promotions and base pay clearly beat bonus plans as a motivator. And I guess that makes sense. Bonuses are often uncertain. They depend on company performance as much as individual effort. And that can sometimes feel out of an employee's control.
Yeah, absolutely. And perhaps that uncertainty chips away at the sense of fairness. So that brings us really neatly to pay transparency. What does transparent pay performance look like in practice?
Yeah, and I think fundamentally it means helping employees understand why pay differs between individuals in similar roles. So market demand, niche skills, sector constraints, these all drive differences in base pay. But if people know the rationale and understand it and they see objective guidelines being applied consistently, that's going to build trust.
Definitely. And it's really important to say, actually, that paying fairly doesn't mean paying everyone the same. It's about ensuring decisions are based on clear, objective standards. But many organisations simply don't have those underpinning processes documented. Or if they do, they might not be being applied consistently.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem soon because from June 2026, the EU Pay Transparency Directive will give employees the right to information on how pay and career progression are determined. And so those criteria have to be objective and gender neutral.
Which is going to really put pressure on companies to demonstrate that link between performance, pay and progression, isn't it? So,
yeah.
If the process isn't transparent and well documented, the risk of a challenge goes up.
Yes, absolutely. And Aon's 2025 Global Pay Transparency Study showed that only 19% of organisations feel ready, and that's really low. It points to real uncertainty about whether traditional pay for performance models are transparent enough.
So where should organisations begin? I think for me, the step one really is about clearly defining which skills and competencies the organisation values. So these should then be fed directly into performance assessments and employees should be brought into that conversation.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then document everything. So clear records about performance ratings, promotion decisions, and incentive awards are essential, especially in regulated industries like financial services, where pay structures can get very complex.
Yeah, and let's not forget about training. So managers need to understand the frameworks to be able to apply them consistently. A lack of confidence in evaluating people fairly is still a huge challenge.
Yeah, and remember that consistency doesn't just come from people, it comes from data. So defining clear KPIs, tracking them across the year, being transparent about how metrics are chosen and reviewed, all of these things underpin genuine fairness.
They do, yeah. And then there's also the importance of embedding transparency. So it can't be a one-off exercise. Pay strategies need regular reviews to reflect changes in roles, skills, and of course, market conditions.
Yeah, exactly. And as we often say, total reward isn't just about the numbers on the payslip. So employees also care about things like development opportunities, that sense of belonging, well-being and feeling supported. So all of those elements are all going to contribute to how people perceive fairness at work.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it feels like it's still up for debate whether pay for performance and pay transparency are a perfect fit, but they certainly can work together if the foundation is strong, fair, and well communicated.
Yeah, and ultimately, that's the challenge for reward professionals everywhere, to make sure that those values show up in every single pay decision.
Yeah, I completely agree. So thank you everyone for listening to this latest Reward Heads podcast. And don't forget to subscribe for more conversations on pay, performance, and everything reward related.
And do reach out to either of us individually on Christina@rewardheads.co.uk or Hannah@rewardheads.co.uk, or indeed the wider team on rewardsolutions@rewardheads.co.uk.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Getting Our Reward Heads Together, brought to you by Reward Heads. We're a boutique reward consultancy working with organisations across the UK and beyond. Our mission is to help HR and reward leaders design fair, engaging and effective reward frameworks and solutions, from pay and benefits to recognition and governance. Every solution we create is bespoke, built around each client's unique goals and challenges. We also offer coaching, resourcing, and trusted forums to keep you connected to the latest reward trends. If we can support your reward journey, we'd love to hear from you.